Hi, this is Yvonne McNary, and I'm here today for Central Kentucky Talks. And my first guest is Wally Brady, Chief Wally Brady.
Yes,
How you doing, Chief?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, and you?
I'm doing real good.
Awesome.
You know what? This is Police Officers Week.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're going to celebrate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
one way to make sure that you have good police officers in your office is to let the young people know what it takes to be a policeman and how they can become good policemen here in their own area.
Yeah, and with our agency, you have to be 21 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot be convicted of any felonies or serious misdemeanors. In other words, you have to have a good, clean record.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. That's just to apply. That's just to apply.
Well,
yes,
let's back up just a little bit here. First of all, you got to graduate from high school.
Yeah. You got to graduate from high school. We don't require any college or anything like that. You just have to have a high school diploma or a GED or equivalent. You know.
Okay. And you got to do good too in high school, right?
Yeah,
You got to have some good grades. And then you move on to college. And then what course do you actually ask people to take, or
well, in high school, I tell all young people that come to me wanting to ask about what it takes to be a policeman. Well, if this is the field that you want to pursue, one class you definitely need is a foreign language, and I would suggest it to be Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Spanish, because there's a lot of Hispanics in this area, and you have to learn how to communicate. Yeah, you need to also be able to speak English.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, you really need to speak English, and you need to have good communication skills. But Spanish is a real important, because, like I said, we have a small Spanish population here in Marion County, and we have to communicate with them from time to time. Another class.
You have to be able to communicate with everybody in the community.
Math is very important. If you go out on a theft case, and you have to learn how to just do basic math, to add, multiply. We have the officers that work for us. They fill out an automotive monthly. They have to add up how many gallons they use for the month and how many miles they drive for the month. So math is a very important class.
Mm-hmm.
Another one would be physical education. You got to keep yourself in good physical condition. That's very, very important. English, you need to know writing and writing skills and reading skills, because yourself. If you go out here and you take a theft report or some kind of case report and you write it down and you don't understand what you wrote, you look real silly in court when you're trying to testify on a case that you wrote up that might be you might have wrote it up and maybe you won't go to court on it for a year. Wow. And you have to remember, you got to be able to read that case file and know exactly the same elements as you did the day that it occurred. Wow. So that's very important. Mm-hmm. Computer skills is another one. Mm-hmm. Computer skills, because every report we generate is on the computer. Mm-hmm. And another one I think that is a plus is ROTC. And the reason I say ROTC is because ROTC prepares you to wear a uniform. You have to conform to a certain type of uniformity within that class. They wear uniforms. You learn how to take care of your uniform, how to wear a uniform. You keep your gig line straight. Those of you been in the military, you know what I say when I say gig line, because you look silly if you're out here and your pant zipper's over here and your shirt gig line's over here, and it's all off center. You got to keep everything in line and look sharp. Mm-hmm. That's one of the main things. So I think ROTC is very important. Plus, it also teaches them how to follow the chain of command.
Yes.
Chain of command.
Which is very important.
Very important, yes, mm-hmm. ma'am, very important. And I think those are some of the classes that if someone is interested in pursuing a career in law enforcement, mm-hmm. that is definitely a couple of high school classes that they definitely need to take and do well in.
Okay. Now, how many police officers do we have here in Marion County?
Well, with our agency alone, we're slated for 17 officers. Mm-hmm. Right now, I've got 15. No, I'm back up. I got 14 officers, 3 in the academy right now, which makes me 17, and then I got 2 that's getting ready to leave and go to the Kentucky State Police. So I'm gonna be down 2 more. Uh-huh. So, in a small town police department, it seems like we're always in the hiring process.
Yeah. People coming and going.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Also, we want to remind everybody too that police duties are also available for women.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I would love to have a female or a Hispanic officer on our department. We've had a female in the past. I'd like to have another one. But you know, we've had several females apply. And like I say, when we advertise, we don't really we accept applications all the time, but we really don't really concentrate on it until we actually have a vacancy. And when we do have a vacancy, naturally you got to be 21 years of age. You can't have a criminal record. You have to have a high school education. College is an additive.
It's a plus.
Yes, and not only that, but if you got college with the city of Lebanon, if you got a college degree, that's an extra. Associate's degree is an extra 43 cents on the hour. A bachelor's degree is another 86 cents on the hour. So the education is a plus. Plus, it also gives you more money in your paycheck. And then you have to be physically fit, because every applicant that we have, the process is we have 3 phases. They go through phase 1, which is the general education. It's a general test, or it's a written test basically, and they take a written test over general math, reading, and understanding issues like that. Simple test. It's just general knowledge test is all it is. Well, once you pass that, then we take you out to the high school, and we go through a PT test. You know, they run a mile. You have to run a mile and a half in 17 minutes. You have to run 300 meters in 65 seconds. You have to do 18 push-ups in a minute, 20 sit-ups in a minute. You have to be able to lift 64% of your body weight. And if you pass that, then you advance from phase 1 to phase 2, then you advance to the interview process. We do a thorough background, so if you got anything in your background that is criminally related, you're going to get tossed in file 13. You're not even going to go no further. We also have, our department has a tattoo policy. If you have tattoos that are visible while in uniform, unfortunately we don't hire them if they got tattoos, and that's in the summer uniform. So anything below the elbows down is, if you got tattoos, for our agency, we don't accept those applicants. But it ain't only this agency. The Kentucky State Police does that. The Lexington Metro does that. Louisville, I think, does that. E-Town PD does that. Bardstown does that. There's several agencies around just in central Kentucky that they are leaning that way. Now, whether or not that'll stay a precedence, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But for right now, if you got tats below the elbows, you're not able to apply.
You're not acceptable.
No, and you know, I'm not sure. They can check with Campbellsville or Springfield or Columbia. There's other agencies out there. Not only don't just limit yourself just to Lebanon. Okay, if you're out here looking for a job, go to other agencies.
Okay.
Go to other agencies.
Now, what kind of, if I did become a police lady here in Marion County, what kind of benefits would I get?
Oh wow, I'm glad you said that. Some of the benefits, we do offer a competitive wage, and we have probably the lowest cost to the employee for family plan insurance than in anywhere in central Kentucky. If you get hired on the city of Lebanon, you'll pay about $40 a month for family plan insurance. Now you tell me where you can go and get family plan insurance any cheaper than that.
Not many places.
You know, not many places. All your uniforms and equipment is furnished. All you have to do is you come to work, and all you have to furnish is underwear and socks, basically, and t-shirt, and we furnish everything else. And if you live in Marion County, for right now, which I'm hoping that'll change to a 20-mile radius, but for right now, if you live in excuse me, the confines of Marion County, you get a take-home cruiser after you graduate from the police academy. So you don't even have to. We don't even have to require you to drive your own vehicle back and forth to work.
Wow.
So you know, it's and then you know we get 10 or 12 holidays a year. We get if you work for our agency and you work on a holiday, you can either take you can take holiday pay, or you can take it off 60 days later, another day. But if you work the holiday and want to keep the money, that's 2.5 times the money, double time and a half for every holiday that you work. A lot of places don't pay double time and a half for holidays. Another thing is pension. We're in a state pension. You come to our department, you can work 25 years, retire, and go home and enjoy your retirement, enjoy your monthly retirement check from the state. It is 10 holidays. Only thing is, now when we hire you, and we have to send you to the academy. Now the academy is 23 weeks long. You go up there from Monday, you leave Sunday night, and you come back Friday night. and you're home on Saturday and Sunday, but you got to go back up on Sunday. And it's 23 weeks long. It's 6 months. So when I hire somebody and I send them to training, you know, they'll come back. If there's a holiday during that time frame, they'll get off that week of the holiday, and I'll work them at the department and let them ride with somebody and observe. But for the most part, you're gone for six and a half months, and so I don't get the benefit of you until after you graduate from the academy.
But when you do graduate, you are thoroughly trained.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We bring them back, and they'll ride with a FTO for a couple of weeks, and then we slowly turn them loose. If you all, and I say you all, the public, if they'll look around, I've got 3 brand new officers right fresh out of the academy. They graduated in March. There's 3 of them right now working one on each shift, and they're new faces that you see out there. Well, if anybody's got any questions on the department, they can ask any one of them officers. They can ask any of my officers they see out. If they're curious, come by the station. I'll give you all the information you need.
Fantastic.
So it's a rewarding career. I love doing this job. If I didn't love doing it, I've been here 33 years in law enforcement, and so I'm kind of an old timer.
Yes, you are. You've seen a lot of changes.
Yes,
then.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. A lot of changes.
And with this today, we've been talking about our students who are graduating or who are planning to graduate here soon. We
Yes.
just need some information on how to become policemen. And with this and the information that you've given us today, I think they'll be well prepared
Oh,
for
yes.
this. Now, if somebody wants to get in contact with you, Chief Brady, how can they contact you?
They can call me at the police department at 270-692-2121. If I'm not there, they can leave a message, leave their phone number, and I'll call them back.
Okay, fantastic. Well, listen, thank you for coming out today and sharing all this wonderful information with us so that we can have some of the best policemen in the country.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. This has been Yvonne McNary for Central Kentucky Television.